Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I see a few people trickling in already. Already. Ready already. How we doing? Hey, good morning, Count. What's up, Mr. Count? What's the number of the day today? What should be the number of the day? Number of the day. Number of the day. All right. The first number of the day will be 8. My favorite number. Number 8. All right. Let's keep that in. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna make this a new portion of the live stream. Number of the day. Number 8. All right. What's the date? 620. Oh, and it's the 28th. 628. Number of the day is number 8. All right. Count. You've inspired me. 8. All right. Good morning to all my loyal viewers. All right. Today we're going to start it off. Should we hit the ground running or jogging? Now we might as well hit the ground jogging. All right. So I was on a walk. I was on a little walk this morning to the store, right? And I'm like, we're the crypto market's kind of in a little bit of a limbo. I see everything that's going on. Like, there's no need to panic. It's just like, whatever. Market psychology has to catch up with reality, right? So I'm walking, thinking about stuff, thinking about the channel, like how to like, you know, what, because right now crypto's kind of outside of Bitcoin and Michael Saylor, like crypto's pretty irrelevant. Let's be honest, in the broader scale of like the world. So I'm like, when in what way can in what part can I play in helping Qubic be a little bit more relevant right now, right? So I'm like, what are we doing right now? That kind of that kind of can't be denied by the rest of the planet, right? And then I remembered, I'm like, oh, ternary, right? Because the ternary, the fact that fact about this project is like a really slept on gem, and the fact that all the biggest AI research companies and all their things that they're all funneling into this final idea. Oh, we got to go back to ternary logic. And I know you might be hear me say back and say back. What do you mean back to ternary logic? The whole world runs on binary. It's everything's fitted for binary. Go back? What do you mean? Uh-huh. Now here's where we get educated, right? So ternary is not a new concept. It's existed for over half a century. But just as diabolical humans are, they went with the cheaper, more applicable uh, technology, which is binary. The pieces were more affordable. It was a lot more easy to reproduce, all sorts of stuff like that. So ternary has existed forever, and it's way more efficient and like dummy better than binary. But now science has come full circle back. We're like, oh, we can't keep wasting all this energy. Like AI is for real now. Now we have to take it seriously. And this is where Qubic, I found it on my walk this morning. Sometimes you gotta just take a walk. I found it. So this is where Qubic steps in. I mean, people are sleeping on this. This is a 50 million. Somehow it's a $50 million market cap right now. I'm not even gonna bother looking at the price. It's really low. I'm pretty sure. Um, but they've been doing this crazy development behind the scenes. They have the creme de la creme of coders and developers working on this project. Ternary Logic, finally, Google's on it, Microsoft's on it. Finally. So I came across this video and I thought it was actually pretty educational. And it's actually not that old. It's only 4 months old. And it only has 907 views. So I'm hoping after this, after enough people watch this, you guys go watch this for yourself. This thing has to be up over 1,000 views after this. I gotta remember to tag this guy in the live stream. I'm gonna do it right now as I play it. But I haven't seen any other videos from this guy. But anyway, I subscribed just because I appreciated this video and I liked because this is actually pretty educational. Cause I don't get me wrong, I'm passionate about Qubic or passionate like I believe in it. I like it makes sense. But I'm not gonna lie and tell you I understand everything about like compute and all this. Like I understand the generally, well, I don't know, like the itty bitty nitty gritty, but I'm getting there. We're gonna get there together. This is why on this channel, on this journey, we're learning together. We're educating. I'm educating myself, and hopefully you're getting educated too through me sharing this stuff. So yeah, let's take a look at this. I put the link to this video in the description if you ever want to watch this on your own time. Let me do this real quick. Put this over here. Make sure I don't get disconnected. Bam. All right. Ternary Computing, the lost rival. Qubic, let's go. All right.
Lives. We've pretty much been told that the whole digital world, everything we do, is built on a super simple idea, ones and zeros. But what if I told you that wasn't the only option? What if there was this powerful rival that just got lost to history? I mean, really think about that for a second. It's a question that kind of shakes the very foundation of how we think computers work. Because, turns out, the binary system, it wasn't the only game in town.
For a really long time, there was this other path, a third way you could call it, that had its own amazing advantages. A path that, after being forgotten for decades, is now making an incredible comeback for a very, very modern reason.
All right, so let's break this down. What exactly is this forgotten alternative we're talking about?
It's called ternary logic. And as the name suggests, instead of just two states, on or off, true or false, 1 or 0, it uses 3. Now that might sound like a simple little change, but believe me, it has some really profound consequences.
And this is where it gets really clever. Check this out. The most popular version isn't 0, 1, and 2, it's what's called balanced ternary, which uses -1, 0, and +1. Now this is just a brilliant trick. In our normal binary world, you need a whole extra bit just to tell the computer if a number is positive or negative. But with balanced ternary, the negative sign is baked right into the system. It's just a much more elegant and efficient way to handle numbers.
And this idea, it's far from new. It's actually got this rich and fascinating history, a whole story of a brilliant concept that was ultimately beaten not by better technology, but, well, by money.
I mean, get this. Way back in 1840, a guy named Thomas Fowler built a working ternary calculator, completely out of wood. But the real peak of this early era was in the Soviet Union. In 1958, Moscow State...
Dude, he built this is why 1840 he built a ternary calculator out of wood. This is why science is just for certain types of people, dude. I dare you to try to explain to me how he did that. I dare you to do that. He built a ternary in 1840. Do you guys understand? Like, that's as unfathomable as the number 1,000 quadrillion. Like, he built a wooden ternary calculator in 18... Dude, was slavery even abolished in 1840? Like, that's crazy. That's out of wood, dude. This is why, like, I fuck with science. Like, they do magical... Like, science is wizardry. Like, we're so used to the stuff that we use that we forget that science is wizardry. That's why they kept trying to kill scientists back in the day. They're like, yo, this God wouldn't approve of this. But now we're used to science. But science is straight up wizardry, dude. A wooden 1840 ternary calculator. And here we are, trying to build data centers the size of fucking cities, just to make a fucking a chatbot, a AI girlfriend chatbot that could produce images. Come on, dude. What are we doing? Like, this is the pinnacle of excess and waste, dude. The current AI bubble. This is I don't think there will ever be after the AI bubble, because there wouldn't need to be a reason other than like more mass psychosis. I don't think there will ever be a greater financial just waste than the current AI bubble. I don't think ever, 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 ever. That's just, yeah. Anyway, let's continue the video. But yeah, 1840, dude. I just had to emphasize that, right? You feel my pain and you feel my pleasure. Like that's insane, dude. Pause.
University built the Saturn, the world's first electronic ternary computer. They actually made about 50 of them, and they were supposedly super reliable. They even made a better one in 1970. So, the million-dollar question. If it was so promising, why are we all using binary devices today? Well, the answer isn't about which system was technically better. It was all about economics and momentum. The entire global supply chain was already tooling up for two-state logic. Binary parts were cheap and everywhere. Ternary parts were custom and expensive. At the end of the day, a simple on or off was just way easier and cheaper to build a global industry around. And for about 50 years, that was pretty much the end of the story. But now the rules of the game are changing, all because of a massive new challenge that's popped up in the world of computing.
And that challenge is, you guessed it, artificial intelligence. The large language model
There's like an old adage. I forget the exact quote, but essentially it's like necessity breeds innovation, right? So although CFB was way ahead of its time, way before these Mag 7 companies realized, oh, brick wall, and everybody was already telling them, brick wall, whoopsie, oh, I guess you were right, let's take this other route. So now all of a sudden there's innovation, right? But no, has existed. This has existed for over 5 decades. Dude, a wooden ternary calculator. Wooden. Imagine the woodwork. Imagine like the precise woodwork needed to make a ternary calculator, right? Like right now you're just thinking conceptually, but imagine physically what that even takes. Like, and how big would it be? Like right now you're probably thinking like of something small, but no, think of like, you know how even like back in like 1980, like something with the compute power of like an i like a not even an iPhone, an iPod. Something with the compute of an iPod would be the size of like a studio apartment, right? Back in 1980. So imagine what a wooden ternary calculator would look like in 1840. It'd be like an apartment complex. Oh man, but yeah, let's get back to this video.
and all the other AI systems we use today are incredible, right? But they are also unbelievably hungry for energy and computing power. The binary approach is starting to look really unsustainable, and that's forcing researchers to hunt for a more efficient way. And this is the magic trick. This is exactly why ternary is making its big comeback. See, in a neural network, most of the hard work is just multiplication, over and over again.
In a neural network, let's emphasize this. In a neural network, most of the hard work is just multiplication. All right, let's keep now as cubic heads, right, in this channel. All right, if you're new here, welcome to the show. But as cubic heads, if multiplication is the biggest, hurdle in these things, now we understand why Anna is so important, right? We need quick maths. And with ternary compute, dude, this is next level. Wait, we're just scratching the surface, dude. We're just scratching the surface. This is a really fun video. All right, let me rewind it a little bit just so because sometimes I'll take you out of it, so you gotta recap what they just said.
This is the magic trick. This is exactly why ternary is making its big comeback. See, in a neural network, most of the hard work is just multiplication, over and over again. But if your values can only be -1, 0, or +1, you don't really have to multiply anymore. Multiplying by +1 is just the number itself. You just pass it through. Multiplying by -1, you just flip its sign. And the best one, multiplying by 0, you just skip that calculation entirely. You get to replace really expensive multiplication with super simple, lightning-fast, and energy-sipping operations.
Do you guys understand how important? Do you guys understand how? Because these things compute at like a trillion thingies per second or some shit, right? I'm just making up numbers because it doesn't even matter what number I say because it's just whatever. You're not gonna imagine it. It's just a big fucking number. Imagine skipping the zero multiplications. Like you save so much. That's why it's like a bazillion percent more efficient with trinary or ternary, excuse me. You just skip certain things because it's baked into the code. Oh my god. Let's run it back. Let's run that back again. That's you got to run that back again.
Expensive multiplication with
Oops. Oop, what just happened? Uh-oh. I hope I'm not about to disconnect. Oh, Jesus. No. Drama. Drama. Hold on, Mike.
and over again.
Okay.
But if your values can only be -1, 0, or +1, you don't really have to multiply anymore. Multiplying by +1 is just the number itself. You just pass it through. Multiplying by -1, you just flip its sign. And the best one, multiplying by 0, you just skip that calculation entirely. You get to replace really expensive multiplication with super simple, lightning-fast, and energy-sipping operations.
Hey, don't think this is all just theory and ideas on a whiteboard. Nope. Right now, major companies and research labs are building real-world ternary systems, both in software and in actual physical hardware.
Yo.
I mean, the innovation is happening all over the place. You've got Microsoft's BitNet, which is a software approach that gets you llama-level performance using a tiny fraction of the memory. Huawei is building custom AI chips trying to get a 300% efficiency boost. And in South Korea, researchers have figured out TCMOS, a new semiconductor trick that lets them build ternary chips using the factories we already have.
That's
It's a
crazy.
full-on renaissance.
Dude, that's crazy. I think TC Moss is probably one of the crazier innovations. Cause you don't have to rebuild a whole like that's pretty crazy. That saves a lot. Not only does it save a lot of money, but it also adds a lot of value for your existing factory. That's crazy. Damn. Korea's on, dude. Korea, they do it right in Korea. In Korea and Japan, man, I feel like sometimes they just do certain things like perfectly. Korea, Japan, and China, sometimes they have the perfect approach to like certain things. I'm not saying everything, but certain things they just approach something. You're like, damn, that was genius. I think every country has that, right? I'm sure America has, Russia has that. But damn, that for the current times, that's crazy. To Yeah, especially the weight of what this means because AI is just a whole other level of game level changing nonsense.
Just look at those numbers from Microsoft's research for a second. They're wild. The same performance as a major large language model, but up to 10 times faster and using 20 times less memory. This is the kind of game-changing leap
10 times faster, 20 times less memory. Now, when you hear all this crazy awesome stuff, remember Qubic, because this is Qubic. This is what Qubic is doing. This is what Qubic has been doing.
in efficiency that could let you run a really powerful AI directly on your phone without killing the battery or even needing the cloud.
So what's the end game here? Where is all this renewed excitement for ternary computing actually headed?
Well, the roadmap is starting to look pretty clear. In the very near future, you can expect to see ternary-powered AI popping up on edge devices. Things like your phone or your watch. A little further out, it could become the absolute standard for running AI, with new hardware like carbon nanotube chips making it even faster. And long term,
Dude,
we could be looking at things like ternary quantum computers and systems
dude,
that compute with the crazy
ternary quant ternary's crazy enough. But ternary quantum, that's just you just be God. Just everyone is just God now. Like
efficiency of a human brain. Which, of course, brings us to the big final.
if you know what's crazy? Oh, now these things can attend. You know the craziest irony about all of this? Oh, now it could finally now it can finally compute with the power of a human brain. Hallelujah. Meanwhile, we have human brains. Oh man. Game over. Simulation ends. Like what the fuck? Anyway,
No question. After being out in the cold for over half a century, ternary computing is back and is being carried on the shoulders of artificial intelligence. The old economic reasons it failed are falling away, and the technical advantages are clearer than they've ever been. So, we really have to ask ourselves, are we on the verge of a fundamental shift in how our machines think? Will the future be built not on ones and zeros, but on -1, 0, and 1?
you know the craziest thing? I'm about to get real eccentric here. We're so focused on how we can evolve how inanimate objects think that we refuse to acknowledge to evolve how we think as like human beings, which is crazy as hell. We refuse to evolve further. It's almost like if we evolve any further, there's no more existence of anything physical. Like there's no purpose to anything else. It's just all hedonism. That was a quick transition into a different But if we're trying to get a computer to think like a human, like we have like a bazillion humans already. Anyway, this is all fun and games. Wait, what's the goal? What are we gonna do with AI again? What's the point? So we're gonna get AI and then oh yeah, we're gonna like fix diseases and stuff, right? Or we could live right. We could live off the earth and die naturally. But hey, man, all this is the ebbs and flow of life, man. Um, what are we doing again? What? Snap out of it. Close that tab. Save some bandwidth. Share this tab. Scuba de bebop. I hope you're tuned in. Bam. Oh, 799. He says never got notified when you're live, even though I have all notifications on. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, maybe unsubscribe and then subscribe again, and then try. I don't know. Maybe whatever you got going on screwing up. Man, Let's peek into the mind of X. Steak and Bake Bully XRPL Sunday Sesh. Let's see what they're talking about in there. Let's peek in. This is what I mean. Let's see what's going on.
And Miss Kita actually collected her sketch, which was pretty dope too, man. To me, the sketch on the t-shirts looks so awesome. They look really, really dope. But yeah, guys, this art community is on fire.
I'm really excited to get it. No, 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 you're good. I'm really, really excited to get it once Lady Deb gets those created and sent out. I'm super excited to see those for sure.
Kita, can you post up the sketch? I don't know if you have it. I could probably find it.
I'm working on it, big bro. I think if it's in the eclectic slag, I'm going back to the main page.
MSTR. I bought MSTR. I'm not ashamed. I bought. Imagine having to go on Twitter. I am not ashamed of it, and I'm going to buy more in the future. You. What's going on? What's wrong with these guys, dude? What's going on? Why are they? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? I bought MSTR. I am not ashamed of it. I'm going to buy more in the future. It's $82. Is that wait what? Wait, hold on. What's the price of MSTR? Oh my god, it's $82. Oh my. So what's the price of STRC? 74. Dude. You guys are done. Dude, the fact that dude, 1 hour ago. Let's look at this article real quick. Oh my god, dude. You guys are done. All these people who dare to comment on my shit. Oh, do you fucking understand? Oh, you don't get it. Money. You don't get it. Michael Saylor is this and that. Yeah, Michael Saylor is a failure. You don't even understand how long this guy's been in the game fucking up. He's been fucking up for 2 decades. More than 2, I think 3 decades. For 30 years he's been fucking up. Michael Saylor. But these dumbasses who just discovered MSTR and Bitcoin, they think he's some sort of genius. They did no research on this guy. Michael Saylor's a dumb ass. A dumbass. A Dumas. My God, man. My God. Hang on a second. I just had to reset my little template real quick. Skibbity skip bop, skibbity bee bop, skibbity bee bop, skibbity bop bop. Oh my god. MicroStrategy's Bitcoin losses hit 13 billion, blocking new buys despite Saylor's bullish signals. That doesn't even make sense. What is a bullish signal from Saylor? Somebody please describe that to me. Oh, there's nothing bullish about Michael Saylor. He's a failed businessman who lucked out during a Bitcoin bull run. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't wish ill on the guy, but you gotta just kind of call things like you see it. Like, even like, say if I fuck up, like, I mean, I'm sure I'll fuck up at some point. But all at least be honest and say, hey, I know it's not looking good. Michael Saylor doesn't even have the confidence to say, I know it's not looking good right now, but trust me. Just at least speak honestly like that with that kind of language. But no, he just wants to add digital in front of every word, talking all sorts of complicated language. He tries to be a pimp, and pimpage only works on dumb bimbos. You can't pimp smart people, man. Anyway, dude, no one talks about Satoshi losing or gaining, right? Because guess what? Satoshi never bought at tops. Satoshi just mined. Dude, Michael Saylor is the dumbest motherfucker to ever live, dude. The dumbest, or not dumbest, but maybe the dumbest con man. Maybe not the dumbest ever, but the dumbest financial con man. This loss has caused many companies to he convinced so many companies, excuse me, he convinced so many companies to become treasuries of Bitcoin. He cooked everyone, dude. He cooked retail, he cooked existing funds that became Bitcoin treasuries. He cooked everyone for his own gain. Michael Saylor is a son of a mother, dude. He's a son of a mother. Man, I blinked off. Mm, 1,000. Hey, nah, that means I might be about to disconnect. Uh, ah, until I am I still connected? Oh Jesus, I'm not sure what you guys even heard, but I see Dirty commented. I never understood the desire for cryptocurrency or Bitcoin to be integrated with traditional finance. Yeah, man. I mean, it didn't need to go there. That's why I think so I like that you brought that up. So let's think about it in real time. Let's think about that. Let's think about that. I never understood the desire for cryptocurrency or Bitcoin to be integrated with traditional finance. See the romance behind it, where like everything's documented and like auditable, which it should be right now, right? You know what it is? I think here's my opinion on that, Dirty, is that we were sold, like Bitcoin was sold on that idea, but that wasn't why it existed. It existed for nefarious purposes. So all that other decentralized this, decentralized that, that was built on top of the underlying nefarious nonsense, which built up the value of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So I feel like now we're at the point where whether people realize it or not, that spell is being kind of broken. And now it's all about energy. It's not about whether something's trustworthy or not, because I mean, it's not like people are not using their debit card because they don't trust the bank. Like that's all that romance shit was just a selling point, right? Now the real technology, now it evolved to a point finally to where now the Bitcoin hash power, now they're realizing, oh, we can actually use this for AI. So let's start doing that. So that now Bitcoin miners are starting to convert their hash power into like AI. And this is where, you know what I'm saying, Qubic and all these other innovative projects step in, you know, who want to use compute for something greater than just riding the Bitcoin hype. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Bitcoin's useless or whatever, but let's try to look at it with a fresh mind. Like what's really going on, you know? Am I talking crazy talk or am I making like a little bit of sense? Because I've been in the game for a minute. You know, you see it in my profile. I've been around since BitConnect. So I've seen every level of nonsense. I've seen everything, dude. I haven't been a passive bystander. I've been a keen observer. I've seen all of it, dude. And now I'm starting to realize, cause time just keeps moving forward. I mean, the people who had a plan before have to change their plan then. So we'll have to think, okay, what's the plan now? Because there's no way we can be ahead of the plan. I mean, the substrate has already been laid forward. It's just, yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Separation of powers is a good thing. Now projects that understand. Yeah, because before projects were just chasing. Oh, let's raise money and then let's build. Oh, let's raise money and then let's build. Oh, let's have a good idea and then let's raise money and then let's build. Right? It started degrading. Now it's like you can't dilute it any further. Now you have to have something for somebody to put your money in. You know what I mean? You have to have something that's doing something. That's why there's no other new AI project like, oh yeah, this is the new AI. This. Otherwise, Qubic would be at the top of the list. That's why all we need is just. Ooh, sorry, I'm not sure if you heard that motorcycle pass by my house. All Qubic needs is time, dude. Because it's already been proven, dude. We have a whole scientific team traveling to Berlin, Japan, fucking China, like, dude, the Qubic scientific team, they have peer reviewed stuff that's being looked at, like real science. And I'm, you know, blowing, like, don't get it twisted. I love science. I'm a big, like, I follow Professor Dave on YouTube. I don't know if you guys know who Professor Dave is, but if you like science, you know who Professor Dave is. Professor Dave is my shit. He's a science communicator who debunks all sorts of like flat earth nonsense and all sorts of stuff. But I love science and the scientific method. And that's why I'm even more and so that like it's like Slumdog Millionaire. Like that little aspect of my personal life like helps me gravitate towards Qubic because they are actually like into the scientific method. They're like, let's get here, let's get peer reviewed, let's go to this conference, let's let scientists look at this thing. So to me personally, that adds weight to the project. Like, so I understand how people can look at that and be like, "Oh, they're just larping as this. They're going to this conference." But no, like these conferences are actually something in the scientific community, right? A lot of people they don't bother with science. And I'm not saying I'm a scientist or nothing like that, but I understand the scientific method and how science gets passed and like gets pushed into the reality of life and like technology and medicine and things like that. I understand how that works, right? And you don't have to have a PhD to understand how that works, right? It just takes your attention. That's all it takes. All it takes is attention to really get bullish about stuff that you're not really, it's curious, but when you get more curious and you do research, it just clicks. You're like, oh, damn, this is insane, buddy. Let's catch up with the quick comments real quick. Uh, Ray is watching. Oh, damn, I haven't seen you for a minute, buddy. I haven't seen you for a minute, my guy. Yeah, and funny part is they're gonna kill crypto or steal it for free usage. If my qubit can be used for inferences for compute, it will have value. AGI is the goal. Yeah, man, it was stated before by CFB. You got to be staking. You're gonna have to be holding Qubic to use the compute, or yeah, and your level of holdings that will depend on like your access to the compute. I think that was the last messaging, but I'm not saying that's written in stone. But That's something I read like many, many moons ago. Big Brother XRP had to get the bank license and then connect every crypto usage to it, and they don't need any bank. Yeah, that's what kind of Telcoin's doing. That's what I think Bab was trying to do. Any backs holders up in here? Ray's watching. And the banks that the rolls. Compute. I think you mean compete. Compete? Yeah, I'm awake. What's up, Ray's watching? Good to see you, big guy. But yeah, man. What was I even talking about up in here? What was I even talking about up in here? So that was a fun ternary little conversation. Let's talk about Michael Saylor up in this bitch. The Wolf of Wall Streets. Michael Saylor might be one of the worst traders in modern history. Is so this was on April 8th, 2025. Whoa. Damn. No, let's not get it. Okay, let's read that one after actually. I think that might be better. That's over a year old. That's crazy. So this was as of 2 days ago. If you invested in $1,000 in Bitcoin when Michael Saylor said to mortgage your house, here's how much you'd have today. Oh my God in heaven. Oh my God in heaven. All right, let me hold on. Before I get into that, move this down here. Say yes, compete. Memory resistor churning hardware is the future. Yes, sir. It was the past too, but like we mentioned earlier, they said, "Oh, we already have these parts. We already have this found." They were already building the world for binary. This is why like fossil fuel. This is why like the world exists how it is because they said let's save some money. That's why now like in I guarantee you in like 200-300 years, maybe less, 30, 40, 50 years, they're going to say, "Oh, we were in the dark ages between 1900 and 2000." And then suddenly we hit a renaissance in 2020. Like, I guarantee history always reads the present like differently. Cuz I guarantee you like during the present of whatever history we're reading back then, like I mean people were just like this is life. But we have a way of judging how life was. But anywho, let's go here. Bada bing. What? Register free. Oh, no mama's way. Fuck that. Huh? Hold on a second. Let me bing. I'll log in real quick. Benzinga. All right, cool. Now we're good. Now we're good. What the? Unlock Benzinga. Fuck out of here. What the hell's going on? How do I close this? Oh, hold on a second. Ah, Jesus. Oh boy. One second. Dude, I hate right now. I just hate the internet. What's going on? Inside, dude. Dude, fuck. All right, okay, officially, fuck Benzinga. Dude, fuck Benzinga. Don't sign up for Benzinga. Dude, they just tricked me. Fuck that. Hell no. Fuck Benzinga. I'm about to unsubscribe to their shit. Alright, I'm gonna find an article that I could just read. Damn, dude, the internet is just becoming a damn extraction factory, a data extraction factory. That's whack as hell, dude. That's super whack. Nah. Dude, what the heck? Uh, well, I guess we'll come back to that. Mission abort. Ooh, Vibra Finance, shout out. What's he talking about? I knew this was coming in August 2024 when we covered it on stream. Saylor is playing a role just like... Dude, yes. Yes. It's crazy how content that exposes dishonest people doesn't get pushed, but content that pushes dishonest people gets pushed. Because I look at the interactions of comments that like are pro Michael Saylor, and they're like a bazillion likes, a bajillion comments, this many reposts. And you look at somebody giving a straight, unbiased comment on the same thing, which is more honest and accurate, and it's like, oh, 1 like, 2 They're like, what is the like? Nothing even makes sense. Nothing makes sense, mate. If mstr was a Ponzi, the SEC would have banned it already. Dude, shut the motherfuck up, dude. These guys are so dumb. My God. Shout out to Master XYZ. Make sure you subscribe. Follow that guy. Yo. Saylor has 1 clean exit from STRC. His pride won't let him take it. Sell tens of billions of Bitcoin. Wind down the preferreds. Start fresh. The elephant leaves the room. The price takes a short-term hit. Strategy survives. Strategy is a failed software as a service company. No, there's no surviving. Strategy fails. It's the resistance that makes it so painful. Just accept it, dude. Just accept it, dude. What's this piece of fucking shit talking about, Nick O'Neill? This guy's a dumb fuck. Nick O'Neill reveals he bought 25K worth of STRC because he thinks Saylor will dump on MSTRC holders. I am now up like 25 grand in Stretch. I actually think he's going to dump MicroStrategy holders. I think Stretch will at least maintain somewhere around 75. And I think it can actually go up. Wow, this guy's a piece of shit, dude. You heard it here first. Nick O'Neill is a piece of fuck shit. God damn. No offense. But that's what he is. That's what he is. Like, it's not an emotional response. But that's like a real piece of shit thing to be doing. Whether it's for engagement or not, you know you're affecting people with your content. At least be honest, be genuine. If he's being genuine, you're dumb and stupid. If he's not, you're still dumb and stupid. So is the win-win like engage, like just numbers on a screen, like engagement? I don't know, man. If it doesn't make sense, don't overthink it, right, guys? That's my motto.
I'm now up to like 25 grand in Stretch.
You bought Stretch?
Yeah. I actually think, but just because I think that he's going to dump on MicroStrategy holders, and I think that Stretch will at least maintain. It'll at least maintain somewhere around $75, and I think it can actually go back up. And I don't know. It's an interesting. I'm now up to like 25 grand in Stretch.
People follow these guys. People follow these guys, dude. Intraday 111. Dude, let's check this out. Intraday 111. Let's check this out. Let's check this out.
That Bitcoin's.
Let's check this out.
So I think there's a lot of upside into year end.
Into your like 150 target.
Yeah, 150, maybe 200, even 250 this year.
What?
What? That was exactly my thought too, dude. I remember that clip specifically, dude. I remember that. What? And I remember mid-December, he was like, "Oh yeah, I expect 250, dude." Him and Arthur Hayes were on some of the they knew how bad it would be. They sold you down the river. Wake the fuck up, you dumb fucks, you fuck shits. They're selling every time these guys go on CNBC. They're selling you some bullshit. They just paid some spineless idiot to sell their shit. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at my eyebrows. Look at his face, dude. Nonsense.
So I think there's a lot of upside into year end.
Into your like 150 target.
Yeah, 150, maybe 200, even 250 this year.
What?
Essentially permanent holders of Bitcoin coming in. So it should be good. Can easily get to 200,000 before year end. I know it's a big move. It's almost a double. But that's also going to be a
double from
for...
here. Let's just hold on. Let's just take a quick pause. A double from here. So everybody's listening to this.
His goofy little, his body language irks me, dude. He's such a little sissy. No offense to all the sissies. He's just like, but when he's not talking, he's just like, or even when he's talking, he's like, well, I think if Bitcoin, he just can't sit still, dude. I can't stand it.
$1,000, and you think by Christmas time, effectively, we could be at 200,000?
That's right.
Well, I think it's still very likely that Bitcoin's going to be above 100,000 before year end, and maybe even above to a new high. I think crypto prices have bottomed.
I think Ethereum, which is around 3,000, can easily get to 9,000, 7,000 in early 2026.
As I said, you're getting right back on the horse.
Dude, it can easily get to 9,000 in 2026. He looked so young in that clip. That had to be in 2024. Dude, this is the level. This is why if you can't see it in real time, like I can, you can at least look at the clips in hindsight and be like, oh yeah, these guys are full of shit. You know what I mean? You have to be able to read these guys. They're such bullshitters, dude.
Effectively.
Even above to a new high. I think crypto prices have bottomed.
I think Ethereum, which is around 3,000, can easily get to 9,000, 7,000 in early 2026.
This was December 25. He said that. That's what I'm saying. He said this in December 2025.
Can easily get to 9,000, 7,000 in early 2026.
He said ETH can get to 9,000 in early 2026. Tom Lee, ladies and gentlemen, the spokesperson for BitMiner.
As I said, you're getting right back on the horse. 250? 250,000?
Yeah, you can bleep me out too if I just say the number.
Yeah, that'd be good for you. That we don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah, 250.
Yeah.
250,000, not $250.
All the pieces are in place.
Not $250. Dude, they straight up roast these guys to their face. They're like, we get you're paying to get on here, but dude, we're gonna get our jabs in. That's my take from that fella. He's like, dude, get off my show.
For crypto to be bottoming right now.
You woken up in the middle of the night and looked at where Ethereum is and said, I can't go back to sleep?
No.
You're not worried yet?
Dude, I love him. He's the best. He's my favorite.
2,300 Ethereum's cheap because I do think crypto.
Oh my god, dude, look at the disingenuous. I'm not sure if you guys are how young you guys are or how you can read like intonation and voice or body language. It should be natural, but if you can't, just look at the body language in this next clip. Look at the body language and the intonation.
I can't go back to sleep.
Hold on.
No.
You're not worried yet?
Hold on.
The current price of 2,300 Ethereum's cheap because I do think crypto winter's over.
Why do you even try with Bitcoin or Ethereum?
So I think there's.
Why do you even try? Dude, that guy is sick of those motherfuckers. He hates them. Dude. Shout out to Dirty, longtime supporter of the channel. Yep, exactly. Paid shills, talking heads like in Futurama. That's why I finally get after 20 years since the show existed, the talking heads in Futurama, why they were in jars. They were literally just talking heads for society. They didn't really mean anything. Oh, man. As soon as crypto got mixed with Wall Street, I was out. Yeah, man. Done. Done. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Ding ding. Alright, what else we talking about on the feed? mstr shareholders watching Saylor dilute them with less than 1 F. Saylor doesn't give a F. Dude, I'm not going to say hate this guy but this guy, I don't want to say he's a shill, but he's probably dumb. He's dumb. Saylor doesn't give a F about your FUD based. We're going to need more charts. Dude, imagine being a grown man, right? And being just... Man, I mean, I'm trying my best not to sound like a hypocrite. I get being bullish about a project, right? But to target one man specifically and be like, oh, this guy said this. I don't know. Maybe fuck it. It just doesn't make sense with the whole mechanics of MSTR. Call me crazy in the comments. What about this is based? What is based? What is quote one define based? I mean, it could just mean he's dumb and he doesn't realize the situation he's in. Follow the leader, the leader, the leader. Absolute masterclass here from Joe Squawk against this perma bear. The market is going to crash soon. Be prepared. Are the only 9 words in the English language guaranteed to make you extremely poor? What?
That it will go up in price.
As
Other than the fact that some people have made a lot of money, like a chain letter, what does crypto do?
I don't understand the question. What
is the use of crypto? It pays no dividend. It doesn't represent an asset you can put your fingers on. There is nothing there. It is just an idea that it will go up in price. If you trust me, it will go up in price.
When in the on an island when shells were used to represent an hour of work that you got 100 people, each
good
one.
Comparison. This is completely faith-based.
No, it represents proof of work.
Completely
It represents proof of work. You're going to be totally wrong on Bitcoin too. You're going to be wrong on everything you've
Proof
covered.
of unnecessary work shouldn't be worth a bucket of warm spit, and
All
it
right.
will not be.
All right. It's only been 20 years so far, so someday you might be right about this.
Well, look, Warren Buffett's in the same camp.
No, I know, yes, so is Charlie Munger. But you want me to list 10 people that aren't in that camp that are...
I'm just suggesting that there's a lot of smart people who also have that view.
A lot of smart people who have a different view.
The point is it
Here's the thing. Here's what I detect, because I know these two guys, him and the older guy, they're not really super like crypto bulls, right? I know that for a fact. Or that's my opinion from what I've seen on the show. Definitely the older guy more so, but the guy in the middle, I think they're being in this segment specifically, I think they're playing against this guy for ratings. And you can kind of see them volleying. You can see them in their expressions volleying these thoughts, trying to trigger this guy into saying some shit for ratings. But the guy with the accent, I don't know who he is, but he makes the most sense on this segment. These guys are making themselves look dumb for the sake of the show, but I think the guy's completely right. He's right. Proof of unnecessary work. Right? Just because you're old doesn't mean you don't have a fucking brain and all your logic went out. Some old people actually keep their wits about them up until, the time of their death. Like, yeah. CNBC is kind of playing a weird fucking game, but you can tell all three of these guys believe the same thing, but the two co-hosts are kind of playing against this guy for the sake of the show. Anyway, let's rewind it back. And with that in mind, let's see if we can see that.
Look, Warren Buffett's in the same camp.
No, I know, yes, so is Charlie Munger. But you want me to list 10 people that aren't in that camp that are...
I'm just suggesting that there's a lot of smart people who also have that view.
A lot of smart people who have a different view.
The point is it hasn't outlived a general bull market. We've been in a bull market since March of 2009.
Right.
And when we get into a bear market, which Joe may think we never will be again, a serious bear market of down 50, 60, 70, do we think it will prosper in that environment?
Anybody that listened to you from 2010, you've done a grave disservice to them. So if you feel fine with that's what you do for a living. That's fine. I don't have a problem. Andrew invited you on. I'm just pointing out the facts of the situation. If someday you might be right like a broken clock. That's what we'll say. This may be a huge bubble that we're in, but you've said it again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Someone who admittedly takes its view from gleaning the internet.
This is your track record.
It isn't my track record. I can go through and give you quarterly letters, which I have written, bracing yourself for a melt-up, a market melt-up. 2018. That's already 8 years. Proves you don't know what you're talking about. And there are plenty of others like that.
I don't know where to go with that, Joe. You can take them on
I said my piece. You booked them. You've got your 1929 book out. Maybe it happens at some point. Maybe it doesn't. But,
dude,
hopefully it doesn't. The market at this point,
this just goes to show, dude. You heard it here. You heard it here first, guys, on this channel. Even the people on the fucking news don't know what the fuck they're talking about, dude. All you need is a little bit of discernment and some sense and to do your own research, right? Even a small channel like this that you're listening to has a little bit more sense than what the hell just happened in this interview. I feel like the guy, the old suit that they brought in, had more sense than both of these guys. Even though the other guy brought him in, he had receipts ready. He's like, what? Challenge me then. You don't know what you're talking about. He told him to his face, you don't know what you're talking about. And I can show you. I have quarterly letters. dude, these guys on the news, these guys on just listen to everybody, but like have some discernment, man. Like, come on, dude. This is crazy. To me, it's crazy to see that literally anybody could be a source of news as long as you have the presentation, you know?
S&P is pushing 8,000 eventually, and you've probably been bearish for 80% of that.
I've been saying that the market is overpriced by long-term standards.
We were at 2,300
He interrupted him mid-sentence, asshole.
bottom in April of 2000.
That's what these guys do. They interrupt. I used to like this guy. Now I guess he has to play bad. There's good cop, bad cop. I think he's playing the bad cop on this segment.
2021. Did you ever turn bullish? So I rest my
in the
case.
foundation, listen, I had.
Dude, let him answer. This is why I do not like the new. You ask a question, give the guy time to answer. I do not like that. Like somebody asks you a question, you take the time out to think of like, a response that's meaningful, right? You don't want to just give like a cookie cutter response, right? You take the time out to pause. And then as you come up with the answer, as soon as you start talking, they start talking. Like, dude, what the fuck are you asking me for if you're not going to wait for an answer? I hate interviews like that. Just nonsense. I don't like that.
I don't have an accent game. He's your guest. Whatever. But this.
Dude, you interrupt them and then you just have this. Come on, dude.
This is the way it is.
If you didn't write it, you never said it.
This is why you can't trust the news. They set you up. They're like, oh, yeah, let me ask him this honest question. And as soon as they start, it's down to a science. As soon as he starts, in your head, he started answering. And then the other guy chimes in, and then he overtakes the answer. And then in your head, it's like, oh, yeah, he never answered.
Has a hard asset.
Anywho. This is the link. Let me see. Wasted proof of work is a terrible thing. Yeah, that was a hard ass bar, dude. That was hard. Wasted proof of work. He said a proof of unnecessary work shouldn't be worth a bucket of warm spit. Yeah, dude. That was fucking brutal. That was brutal. And coming from a boxing background, I've seen buckets of warm spit. And it's not it's not. That's a nasty comparison. This is the link you will like. The deep dive, and it has to do with the Satoshi guy. Huh? Oh, Monsino. Oh, snap. What's cracking? It's been a while. I haven't seen you since our last debate. We had a debate? What was our debate about? Sorry, I'm like Luffy. I don't be remembering shit. What happened? What did we talk about? If he had put real dividends, then he would get right, but never in the way he proclaimed. Talking heads, bing, 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 bing. What's up, Milk Money? What's crack-a-lagging? What has seen a deep dive on some strange things with the numbers some crypto had. Maybe it's since. Oh, I'm gonna look at it. All right, man. All right, for sure. All right, big dog. Golden Lioness, good to see you, big dog. Let's crack a lag and Golden Lioness. All right, what else we got on the feed? I won't keep you on the stream too long. Oh, this is from Joe Consorti. I've been having a back and forth with this guy on YouTube and X in the comments. He doesn't seem to realize strategy's cooked. Somebody go to his YouTube channel and let him know he's cooked. He's like, "Oh, your IQ is fucking below room temperature." My favorite trader right now strategy. Whoa. No mames. Monday gonna be ugly. Dude, Gary and Grant Cardone are gonna go to prison maybe someday. 10K dot. Now 136. Damn. Damn. That's painful.
Huge! If we all split the bill, I'm sure we can afford it. If we all split the bill. Hey, guys! Come on, man! Kev, can we go inside? I can't believe we're finally doing this. This is so exciting. I'm tired living in the streets.
guys!
I hope this place has a pool table.
Hey guys, glad you made it. Let's get started. This is the living room.
Guys, are we totally house maxing right now? Where's all the snacks? I love these chairs.
This is the rec room.
Whoa, check out this room. It does have a pool table.
love these
A
chairs.
pool table. Let's go swimming. This is perfect for the man cave. This is perfect for the man cave. Should we put a hot tub down here? This is perfect for
This idea finally made it out of the group.
This place is the perfect place to hang out with the boys. Wow.
I love these chairs.
Check out this wood floor. This is our best idea yet.
I'm already sold.
Guys, this house
Dude, this is directed really well.
is gonna be perfect.
This is the upstairs.
Whoa, this house is so big. This upstairs is nice.
And this is the primary bedroom.
This room's perfect for my stuffed animal collection.
Dude.
Tips on this room.
Dude.
Tips on this room.
Dude, this is directed so well. These are human beings doing this in coordination. This is way harder to do as humans than it would be on a computer. This is so cool.
Sweet. Is the closet big enough to fit
Dude.
a body? I can't wait to bring my cat here.
Welcome back to the living room.
My parents are gonna be so proud. This house will definitely help me pick up girls.
Dude, honestly, one more time, shout out to whoever directed this and edited and the cinematography of this. Dude, this is hilarious.
After reviewing your combined income, this is more in your price range.
We'll take it. I knew it was too good to be true.
Dude, that was great. That was actually pretty great. If you're not into gaming, you probably wouldn't appreciate that, but that was pretty solid. Nagato, the leader of Akatsuki, didn't know about Itachi's top secret mission, but he understood the betrayal now. Dude, don't get me started. Alright, I think, I think that's it. That'll call it for the stream. Ooh, Rule Black. What's he talking about? Agentic payments are opening up for Canton, Zebek, and more. Many don't grasp the scale of this innovation. Those who do will benefit immensely by investing in Canton, XRP, and Zebek. Is that right? Let's see what he's talking about.
Again, right? All of this opens up agentic payments for Canton. All of this opens up agentic payments for Zebek. And I just do not believe people understand how big this is. Because if they did, they would be buying Canton and XRP and Zebek like crazy, right? But
Okay, I'd have to look more into that. I don't know anything about that. Tune in next time for the follow-up. This is ultimately what strategy does. Oh, should I tune out with should I use my voice changer? Hold on a second. No, not yet. I almost went Satan on you guys. Oh, shout out to RM Tutoring Services, aka KitKat. Dude, the last 2 live streams on this weekend were fucking lit in the live chat. Shout out to everybody who who was in the live chat. I know the live streams this weekend didn't get that many views, but the live chat was lit, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. That was some fun stuff. And thanks for bearing with all the technical difficulties, dude. Sometimes my internet is just not the business. But anywho, I'm experimenting with all this good stuff, internet and audio interface. Dude, it's unbelievable that Nitro's, I think he meant Netro's voice actor didn't win an award for the performance he delivered in that scene. Yeah, dude, this was the best. The way the Chimera Ant arc ended for Hunter x Hunter, to me, this was the best arc ever. And I'm a huge one. This ranked up there. I'm like, is this up there with Marine Forward and Impel Down? I'm like, I wasn't sure. I'm like, this is either way better or like tied. Let's see. Are they talking about dubs or subs? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the original voice. Yeah, I don't care if I get copyright tagged, dude. This is tight. This whole like the fight between the king. Oh, spoiler alert, guys! If you're not caught up with Hunter x Hunter, turn this the fuck off right now, because I'm not gonna stop. The fight between the chairman and the Ant King was the perfect buildup, the perfect fight. Like the actual fight itself felt like a whole other arc, because you got to experience the full character arc of Chairman Netero in that whole fight. Oh my, it's just, dude. Anyway, let's get to the clue.
ネテロが王の名を告げた時、王はその響きに浸る間もなく白旗を上げたはずの老人を見ていた。なんだこいつは。
ありのメルエム、お前さんは何にも分かっちゃいねえよ。分かったいねえよ。
Oh, dude, I remember the first time seeing that image, I got like super uncanny valley. I was like, oh, because this is not the same motherfucker you saw at the beginning of the show, or when you first met him. You're like, oh, so this is the depth. This is the final depth of Chairman Netero. You're like, oh, he's this guy, but he's also this guy. Jesus Christ.
人間の底すらない進化を。
それは王が初めて感じる恐怖だった。すべてを絞り尽くし、死を待つのみであるはずの老人の言葉が、決して虚栄の類ではないと思える根拠が、その顔に現れていた。
その顔に。おい。The way they drew all of this. Oh my god. The artwork, dude.
あなたの心臓が鼓動を止めれば、これは作動します。
The way they drew all of this.
地獄があるなら、また会おうぜ。
Nope. You're cooked. You're done. Kisama. Nope. You're done. Bow. Man, this honestly, because I'm so emotionally attached to One Piece prior to being aware of Hunter x Hunter, Hunter x Hunter would probably be my favorite show. Like, the Chimera arc fucked me up. I was just a fan, along the way. But when the Chimera Ant arc hit, when it got serious, I was like the show completely changed. I was like, what the frick just happened, dude? Anyway, I think that whoa. Soul looking good here. Yeah. That'll be me with Qubic too. Oh, dude. Dude, that's also microstrategy. Oh man. All right, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. How should we end the stream today? Bing bee dang dang ding today. I know what to do. AB held back D for 5. Bibbidi bop. Bibbidi bop. Keep bump bop bump bibbidi beep. Ooh. Alright, guys. We're gonna end with a little bit of Carlos Matos. For those of you guys who aren't familiar with BitConnect and the legend that is Carlos Matos. Now, BitConnect is BitConnect was my intro into cryptocurrency. I've gone over this a couple of times on the channel. Maybe I'll explain more, but make sure we're gonna end the stream with a little this conference. So I was well into BitConnect way before I saw this conference happened. And when I saw this conference, I said to myself, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? This is a Ponzi scheme. That's why I'm so like, I have my foot on this strc shit, like on Michael Saylor's neck. I'm like, dude, I've seen this before. This was a complete Ponzi. Don't get me wrong. Strategy is different from BitConnect, but kind of works the same way, dude. New money pays old money, but he just has this weird legal loophole where he signed up for the SEC and now they can see it's a Ponzi, but they don't give a fuck. Anyway, we're going to end the stream with the legendary. I have a whole video reacting to this too, a post-mortem interview. But anyway, let's look at the interview or the conference live. I'm going to send you guys off with this. If you don't know what BitConnect is, man, do your research. Check out my channel. Look up my BitConnect video. You guys have a good night. It was a fun stream. Make sure you share it out to, all your friends, all your Discord channels, all that good stuff. Like, comment afterwards. You guys take care and have a good night. And play.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Before I go, imagine this is Michael Saylor. Now just put I want to put Michael. Can someone please? Maybe I could do that. Just put Michael Saylor's AI face on him right here. That would make this video so much better. Anyway, good night and good luck.
Hey, hey, hey. What's up, Big Hey, everybody. My name is Carlos Matos, and I am coming from New York City, New York. Let me tell you guys that I am so excited. I am so happy. I am really so thrilled to be right now sharing this amazing, glorious, super and exciting moment of my life with all of you guys. And let me tell you that we are really changing the world as we know it. The world is not anymore the way it used to be. No, no, no. Be connected. Wow! Be connected. We are coming, and we are coming in waves. We are starting, and we are going to actually go all over the world. We are belting the entire world. Let me tell you guys that I started 137 days ago with only $25,610, and right now I am reaching $140,000. Whoa, what's up? And let me tell you that I am actually earning around $1,400 on an everyday basis, 7 days a week. What? I am right now independently, financially independently. I am saying to so many people who said that it was going to be a con artist game, that this was going to be a scammer game. Hey, you're going to lose all your money. My wife still doesn't believe in me. I'm telling you.
That's my favorite part. I'm sorry. I had to come back because that's my favorite part. The verbiage. My wife. Not my wife doesn't believe in me. My wife still doesn't believe. Just, let's mean it.
Game. Hey. No. Right on the. They're just gonna. Oh, that's real. So, guys, I want to tell you something. Faith and belief is the one thing that we all need to be able to change the world. And right now, I believe that in this room, we have the seed that's going to germinate and that's going to explode into an amazing opportunity for us to change this entire world. I am so proud, I am so honored, I am so excited to be here right now. And let me tell you something, that each and every one of you has the opportunity to become like those amazing people that we know here from Vietnam. Hey, my people from Vietnam, making so much money that they can probably have a real hard time counting it. So guys, let me tell you, I love Big Connect!
Yes! Thank you so much, Carlos.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I remember seeing that and being like, oh fuck, what have I done, dude? I was like, I gotta get my money out ASAP. And by that time it was too late. I couldn't get shit out. It was too late. Too much coke that guy did. Anyway, I saw your comments. I saw a big lift yourself. So I gotta respect you guys. I respect the audience. Even though it's sometimes I'll get copyright flagged. I might have to delete it later, but I'm gonna play it for you fellas. Dude, that's my shit. I played it for me and my son. You know, I like that you guys requested it because now I get to tell you this. I hadn't played it for my son for a while, and I actually played it in the car yesterday when we were doing stuff, we're doing family stuff, and it was me and my son in the car, and I'm like, ooh, I was like, sometimes I'll like play games like I don't know what's gonna happen next, like ooh, like I'll have a like my playlist on the phone, like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What song's gonna play next? And then like, is it gonna be this? Is it gonna be that? I'm like, oh, what song's gonna play? Just to have him like curious, and I'll see his like face through the rearview mirror and think like, and then he'll like give me his guesses. Like I want his brain to like recall. Like that's just my way of him like working his brain. And I'm like, what's it gonna be? And then I'll think of a song we haven't heard in a long time, and then I played this song, right? And then I played it, and as soon as he heard the first doom, 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 dude, I looked at his face in the rearview mirror. His eyes just like lit up, his pupils dilate, like it was his smile just like blew up. Oh man, it was the best. So that literally happened like yesterday or like 2 days. I think it was actually yesterday. So I'm glad you requested it, cause like now that reminded me of that moment that happened. I'm like, yes, it worked. We love. He's like, that's our song. Whoop diddy poop, scoop diddy doop. And then throughout the day, he'd be like, whoop diddy boop. He has his own way of like saying it in his own way. Oh, I love that shit. Whoop diddy scoop. All right, cool. This is for sure. We're for sure signing out. So Ray is watching and Milk Money. This is a community. This is a community engaged live stream, baby. This is how we're ending it with Kanye West. All right, peace out, everybody. Have a good day. Lift yourself. I honestly have to say, if you don't know the lore of this song, you gotta. I think I have a short about the lore of the song, but if you don't know the lore of the song, ask about it next time. I love. This is me and my son's favorite song. And yeah, you guys have a good day. Enjoy. God bless. Happy Sunday. Love your family. Hold your bags, dude. If you're tripping about your gains, dude, you're in the wrong game. Know what you're holding. If you don't, sell it. All right, bye-bye.
The hang-ups we have today that we need to strive for liberty. Lift yourself up on your feet. Let's get it on. Lift yourself up on your feet. Let's get it on. Lift yourself up on your feet. Let's get it on. Lift yourself up on your feet. Let's get it on. Lift yourself up on your feet. Let's get it on. Lift yourself up on your feet. Let's get it on. To see the hang-ups we have today that we need to strive for liberty. Lift yourself up on your feet. Lift yourself up on your feet.
What they don't really realize though, this next verse though, these bars, watch this. Go.
whoopie doo scoop. Scoop dee dee whoop. Whoop dee scoop dee poop. Poop dee scoop dee whoop. Whoopie dee scoop whoop poop. Poop dee dee whoop scoop. Poop. Poop. Scoop dee dee whoop. Whoop dee dee scoop. Whoop dee dee scoop poop.